There's an idea that's been going around recently about how when you have ambition without action, all it does is reap anxiety. And I think that, well, having ambition is obviously very important because without it, you have no drive to move or do anything. So you're just going to stagnate, basically, or go backwards. However, when you reach a certain point in your life or a certain age, it kind of feels like the weeks are moving by as fast as days used to, and all of a sudden, a year has gone by, and you don't really have anything to define it by other than the two jobs that you have had. That's the situation that I've been in because I left school, got two jobs, and all of a sudden, a year has gone by since I left school, and it's just so shocking to me how I have obviously done stuff in that time, but I haven't exactly moved anywhere. Yes, I've gained experience from these jobs, but mm, I had dreamed of a little bit more for myself, really. And it sucks when I know that there have been many days, many weeks where I have set out plans, set out goals to get certain things accomplished, yet I haven't done. I mean, a couple of weeks ago was quite valid because I had a week off and got a cold and nearly fainted at one point. So, me not reaching 10k steps in each of those days was kind of valid. But honestly, I've gone to bed at 9, 10 o'clock and thought, where has my day gone? Why haven't I done the stuff that I told myself that I would do? And this is like small tasks, like just writing a paragraph or sending out a job application or whatever. When your days are vanishing like that, it's mainly due to the fact that you aren't really self reflecting a lot. You're not really aware of your day to day habits, and you're not aware of your day to day habits, and you're basically living on autopilot. You're treating everything so passively, and it's like you're drifting through life without a lot of thought towards what you're doing, basically. And you're waiting for the moment where you feel optimal enough to be able to put action towards your dreams and your goals, which is useless and it sucks because I've also heard another thing recently. The difference between winners and whiners is that whiners wait until they feel good to do stuff, whereas winners do stuff to feel good. Like, you're not going to get the confidence to be good enough for something if you don't put in the action before you are ready. So, all of that aside, I think it's very important to be a lot more self aware of your own actions and your habits because you're genuinely in control of everything. Not everything per se, but as there are extenuating circumstances that you're not entirely in control of. But reality does quite literally come from you. All of your beliefs, again, your habits, your goals, your actions, you are the creator of your reality. And you tend to fall victim to your circumstances quite a lot. Like if you have a messy bedroom, for example, it's a lot easier to it's a lot easier to not put your clothes away because you're not in the state of feeling like a person who has a clean bedroom. So, despite the fact that you want to have an organized space, your clothes are just like all over the floor, basically. So, in order to take control of your life and your situation, your surroundings, you need to be more knowledgeable. You need to be more actively participating in your life, not just on a day to day basis, but minute to minute. You need to think about why you're doing the things that you are doing. So if you look at doom scrolling, for example, yeah, going on social media isn't, it's not 100% harmful because people can connect on there, they can network, and also learn about certain topics that they're interested in. However, if you really pay attention to your habits and you notice that you are spending 2, 3, 4 hours of your days doom scrolling, basically just doing nothing because you barely even remember all of that content that you have consumed in that day. Once you become aware of that, you can essentially filter out all of the habits and the things that you do throughout your days that don't contribute to anything and replace those habits with much better ones that you do find more valuable because honestly time is not on your side, which makes it one of the most precious things in life. So once you get that back, don't waste it.